are. I thought there's always like a one button or so and it actually makes it go live. I thought there's like a go live and then it's like, are you sure? So I always forget that there's not. Mic check, looks on, desktop off, computer off, desktop sounds off. Okay. Hi guys. Let's see. I think we're doing good. I forgot to do all my socials, which would be the time to do this right now. Hang on, I need to go a little bit over time here just so I can do this and go to Discord. Sorry about that, I forgot about it. Go to the right server. I know it's probably get a loop, I can't see it, so hang on. There we go. Hi guys, welcome. Looks like that. Tweeted out. Good, perfect. Okie dokie. And we got that. Good start. Okay, welcome guys. Hi guys. At least I see both moderators. Hi guys. At least the guys who always are semi-required to always join. So thank you for joining. We'll see. So how you guys doing? It's been a couple days. It's been roughly almost a week. Small talk's hard. Weather is doing actually pretty good. It's feeling springy. I haven't really been outside enough to know what it is really feeling like, but anyway, hi cartoons. Oop, hi, welcome. Yeah, let's see here. So what do we got here is a whole bunch of stuff that probably doesn't make sense. This is actually animation software. It's hard to tell. There's so many widgets and stuff, but good thing is that I know what I'm doing, so that's all that matters, right? Oh, hi guys. How you guys doing? Welcome. Hi, Elijah and Marcus. Hi guys. Welcome. I'm doing great. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think I've been so out of shape lately. I've been working so hard on my movie the past couple weeks that I've kind of spent so long just working real hard and sitting all day, practically like 8 to 10 hours a day. So we decided to just do a walkabout town, you know, just kind of stretch our legs for a bit. And my legs gave up like within 2 minutes. It was insane. My legs were just like not prepared for it, so then all the muscles and all the bones and everything was just hurting like only like a block or so. And it's like, man. So practically like the whole like next week, which I think is up to now, my legs have been hurting, so like they're still kind of spasming out a little bit. So yeah. Probably need to just take some time off and I don't know, exercise more often. I guess that's what it's telling me. So yeah, so that's been going on. Love the house for a month and a half. Congrats. Alrighty. Let's see. Really enjoyed how intricate the most recent part of the movie was, by the way. Research a bunch of stuff and everything. Yes, that was really fun. I'll probably talk about the movie more in depth, probably later. I want people to watch it first before I like go into like a deep dive of like, here's what I did on, you know, frame 476, and it's like, oh, if you haven't seen it, then it's gonna spoil that. So, but anyway, I think you should, all you guys should watch part 4, or catch up if you need to. Because I know it's been over a year or so, however long it took me to animate it, animate the whole part, all the parts up to now, I should say. So, yeah, oh yeah, that's a spoiler. Yeah, it's not much. I knew that was gonna be when I was making it, I was like, that's gonna be my star shot. That's gonna be the shot that I'll just put anything that star would be happy with. So, glad you guys watched it. Yeah, you liked it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Elijah. I get to work so hard on it. But I'm glad that part 4 is out. That's incredible. Just be able to say that part 4 is out is it's just so I can big sigh, you know. It's like, man, I did it. Only took like half a year or less. I don't remember. But here it is, you know. I know that I've been thinking about it, even obviously when the whole storyboard was being made. I made the whole storyboard of the whole movie. And I even remember like when I was making like part 2, like the train part. I was thinking about part 3 and 4. I didn't know at the time that I was making the train that I was going to split up 3 and 4 into what they are now. So I was thinking and freaking out. It's like, wait a minute, this is going to be huge. So I'm glad that I split it up into 2 parts. Which I think kind of narratively it kind of has a nice split halfway through. So yeah. So yeah, next part will be obviously part 5, and that'll be well, I guess I can't. It's still spoilery for people, so I don't want to say like. But if you watched it, the Derpy will continue on that object, and then we'll continue from there, and then I'll have to figure out. I probably want to re-storyboard a whole bunch of stuff. So might take a bit to adjust like what the storyline is. Even after some of your guys' suggestions and comments, it's like I know what happens in like what would be part 7 or 8. That it's like I probably should probably want to take into some of your guys' ideas into account and go what I kind of made doesn't quite line up or isn't as cinematic or interesting. So I think I'll work on that to get the story a little bit rewritten a little bit, because I'm thankfully the way that I'm doing this is that I can you know I can just rewrite the whole 3rd act and final part just now, and then by the time that I get to it chronologically, it'll seem like it'll seem like it all makes sense and should be more cohesive. Is more what I'm looking for. At least somewhat better storytelling than 2017 or 2016 me writing it and thinking like what I think is interesting or rewarding as an audience. So as much as I can probably say about that. But here's what I can say about this. Whoa, segue. Let's see. So we've been working on this for the past week or so. This is Back from Work remastered or remake. I guess it's a remake because I'm not remastering it as much as going from the ground up on it. So I'll show what we got so far. These are just storyboards, so none of these timings are exact. So yeah, she's gonna come back from work and then get boop on the TV, and then we're up to here. So this is a remake of my Flash version animation. So this is the original. So that's the first shot. Here's the second shot. Yahoo! And then she puts it on there. So I've already changed this whole storyline with the actions of what happens. So instead of what happens in the new one, is actually kind of just puts it on there and then kind of bumps with it later. I have her more flying and more active. And she's Flash. You always like this. Lock the timeline so that doesn't happen again. So like even draw here, it just kind of cuts between her actions of like she's teleporting basically. I guess this was my technique. Instead of doing a walk cycle, we're trying to do some cinematic thing of like, oh well, we're just passing time, but in reality it just seems like I'm just cheating. So instead of having her walk over and then sit down on the couch, it's like I'm just gonna have her teleport. In this version. So we're up to here where then she gets the remote, and then then we got to design this shot. So this is where we are. So I'll have to remember what this looks like and then start to draw that layout. So this is going to be next. Just going to work on my storyboards with these nodes. So now we're in Toon Boom. Thankfully, these kind of look very distinct with their layout, so you should be able to follow what program I'm in. Okay. Let's get the background here. Let's get the, drawing is here. Okay, let's get the drawing. So drawing, substitutions. So I have all of these, so I probably want a new one, because obviously it's a new scene, so I want to add a new blank 5 scene. Boop. Okay. Let's see, so this is going to go for pretty long, so I'm just going to have to expose it up to now for the whole shot. So once we get to it here, we could have different ideas for, I'd like to hear what your guys' ideas are for what could be on the TV. I think that'd be interesting here. So obviously we can change what it is at this point. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly what was in the original. Because what was in the original was just like this, you saw like it's a weird like security footage of like using the pointy ponies. So I probably want to use it as an opportunity to change it. I know last time we had some ideas. So I think every time I showed it off, you guys had different ideas of like what's on the TV. So I might do like the Toy Story 2 of like whole bunch of different pictures or like going through all the different channels to get to the Big Owl Toy Barn. Maybe it could be another window, maybe like a back window. It's just an extra element here. I don't know. I had to figure that out. So next thing is we want the overlay to be on this one. This is where I'll draw the TV. Yep. Let's probably keep it the same style, where it says 1950s style. Or so. Boxy tube. TV here. We have a nice stand. Beep. Let's see. Oop. I don't know how like crazy I'll get with these TV shows, but if there's something that's pretty easy or something that I might have an asset to, that'd be even better. Problem is that I'm using completely different software for this. So I don't have all of those Flash assets that I would be able to just pull up, you know. So that's unfortunate. Let's see. Put in a bunch of old Yoshi videos on there. That would be good, yeah. I'm thinking about making this an actual video, because usually I make these as the live streams as like GIFs, and then just putting that whole GIF on like DeviantArt or something. So I'm just gonna be really sketchy, so this isn't gonna be fine or whatever. Technology, buttons, and maybe a button here, like one of those things. I don't know. Let's get our rabbit ears. So why not? Antenna. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. Yeah, so I'm gonna have this as a probably like a proper YouTube video. So if I do that route of having it be Yoshi videos, I think that would be very fun. Because then I can literally take the videos that I have and like I could take this whole video, export this video out to like Premiere, a video editing software. And I could have like a green screen in here, and then in Premiere or editing, add like in whatever video I want on top. So then I don't have to like reconfigure all the Flash files or the whole video and try to make it inside of here and try to waste time with that if I could just need to figure that out. I think that's good for a sketch. Obviously this isn't going to be perfect on the first try. Drawing's not about first try. If you do it right the first time, something's wrong with you. You're not human. Okie dokie. Good. Okay. That's good. Okay. So most of this is just trying to get the assets in here, and then I can copy and paste it when I need to, because we're going to keep going back to this scene a bunch, so I just know I need to make these somewhat good and make sure that all these consistencies make sense. Yep, that looks good. Okay. And then Derpy will be a layer here, and so we'll draw her with the same pose. We'll have to do the same action. So yeah, even in here, I think I have like, I have to have a mask, so I have a green screen mask in a sense. But the green screen is just only for to mask them inside of the box here. So all the assets here are being masked so that they only appear inside the red, which I'm not sure how the green was there, but yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So I'll just have to animate her arms. If I draw this, ooh, it makes a new thing. Fun. Okay, great. I was worried about that. There's all my beautiful derpy poses already I made. So let's draw the remote in the same perspective. There's going to be one button, which has a one of those antennas. So we're gonna grab it like so. Let's add a keyframe there. Yes. Okay. And then we should be able to grab it, I think. Like I can do animate it. Whoop, like that. Let's see. That's perfect. Thank you. I almost said cookie. Thank you, Star. So I'm gonna new drawing to have the other arm kind of reach in like so. Whoop. Up. And then let's see. Alright, ready? Alright, portable. Welcome. So then I'll have a new drawing where basically I'm going to take this arm and put it on the button. Alright, hopefully so. There you go. Extend all that. Could even make the button feel depressed. Just a little bit. Bop. And then it could be even a boop boop to show that it got pew. Pew. And then what happens in here? So that's what I did. And then it zooms in. That's super easy. I don't even need to have these. See how there's like keyframes and there's 3 layers of purple? With the camera tool, with the Toon Boom, I can just have like 1 layer and then have it virtually do the same thing. So I'll do that. Yep. Okay. So I need to get to the camera. This one. It's got a nice yellow outline to see, like, yes, I am selecting it. Down here. Boop, boop, boop. And then we'll add some keyframes of it. Then zoom in. To zoom in, I had to do it on the top layer, which means I need to select it on there. And then on the, I don't know what axis, probably the Z. Go ahead and zoom that in. Move up a little. And then we're just gonna tween it. So now, zoop. Whoop. Okay. And so what I also want is to have the arms here as it goes down. Also kind of move down out of this shot. It's not down there. Boop. Zoop. So that's a fake way of doing that. Or instead, I could have had the arms like be, these arms in the front be literally in front on the top of you. I could have it be closer to the camera, and then it wouldn't have to animate it like that. But that just kind of works easily, pretty fast to do that anyway. So there you go. And then we'll have some seconds here. And then that goes for a little bit. It's kind of lagging a little bit on my screen. I don't know if it's okay for you guys. Let's see. I said this. Welcome. Hi Ben. So when does Pinky Meter crawl out of the screen like the wing? Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, it's just these kind of ideas. I'll probably have to like have them not be super animated, but I'll probably take a bunch of your ideas and probably just, I don't want to do them all right now, because as in storyboarding, I don't think that's gonna be good. I just want to get all the layout and all the storyboards knocked out. So, but then again, it's like I feel like we're still interested in this, so I don't know. It's hard. It's my method would just to say like, oh, we're just gonna move on from this scene and then work on trying to get the whole rest of the whole thing. But at the same time, it's like I feel for these live streams, I probably want to take the time to make sure you guys have the input, because you guys have all the ideas. So yeah. It's right as an F. Oh, Sephi? Horrible name, sorry. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to just continue with this, because there's a lot of storyboarding with the rest of this. Same with like, S-A-U-N? S-A-U-N? Is like, I don't know how to say that. I had a kid in junior high, I think, or high school, who had that name, and it's like, sorry, man. I'm not gonna be able to. Even when they say their name, it's like, I don't believe that's what that pronunciation is. Is it Irish? I don't want to sound dumb. It's probably something related to that, I think. Let's go drawing, Derpy. So okay. So this one is the neutral. Yeah. Probably just have like 2 keys in here. Oh, we got, hello. My arm broke. Just like my legs. Hello. Hi, Two-Tailed. Excuse me. Right, it conduces people sometimes. Oh boy. Let me get the most room so I can feel the most comfortable drawing this. Yep. So she's not gonna have her hat on, so I just have to remember that as a detail. And then I see that she's slightly twisted there, so I probably want to draw or get the peg in the right position. So let's see. Scale. Let's get this to be the same. I'm not sure how this works. If I put it to like 1, where's it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's over here. Set this north to 0. That might work. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, not Irish, just random stuff. Okay. Well, now I'm confused because someone back me up. Sean, name, origin. I just saw Irish. Irish and Hebrew is what I'm looking at. Ah. Oh. Oh, Shaun. That's what I'm looking up. Okay. So I'm looking up something completely different than Seth. So, sorry. Yep. So I would put her back where I want her there. And then continue drawing it. So, okay. Because I saw that the drawing was a little bit... Oh, it's so cockeyed. Oh, well. Isn't there like a rotatey? I don't know if you can see these up here. And it doesn't say it. Can't even like rotate it. If I rotate it, boop. Ooh. What? Oh. I'm learning things. Ooh, what's this? I'm still learning things. What the? Rotatey. Oh. Oh, here's some stuff. Okay, what's this? Rotation and Z. Rotation and Z. Well, yeah, turn that to 0, I guess. Now, where'd you go? Now you're up there. Okay. And because I had that 0, or a weird number. Okay, and this is skew. Everything's set to 0. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. So 0, 0, 0. Scale 1, 1. No rotating. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now if I put you down here. I just wanted to like zero it out. You know, like when you like do cooking and stuff or like doing measurements, you always wanna make sure that when you do it scale that you always level it out or set it to 0 and make sure that it's that if you had like a weird like the scale itself was bad or off a little bit, that everything that you measure would then be off. I just remember doing that in science. Where it's like you always want to make sure that that's that's set up like that. So basically just even and zeroed her out. So now she should be happy to go. There we go. So that was just in the key information. So that's good. Whoop, back. Let's add one more frame. Okay. But compositionally, that's pretty good. Okay, so we'll have it maybe just somewhere in here. We'll add a new drawing frame. For now. Oh, just make her really happy. Like some cheeks. Let's add some stretch. See how I drew like 2 pictures, but I already animated it. Oh, that's fun. What are you? You're part of the couch? Probably just get rid of it. Or not. Okay. Move on. Okay, it's TV, but yay. And then next scene, which I think is back on the TV. So, and then it explodes. So that's right. So that's the scene. I think she did. I think she had a driver's license. I think I gave her one. Well, obviously did to have the truck. Which is at the beginning of this. So, apparently she's part of the question muffin surface. So, yeah. She's somehow registered to be able to do that. Yeah. I think I was just going by the how you know how the in feeling pinky keen Derpy was there as a delivery pony. So I was like, yeah, why don't we make her drive that delivery floating flying truck? So I had a couple, actually several different episodes and videos where yeah, she was driving the truck. I think one of my 20 or 10,000 subscriber channel video, I had her break into Celestia's castle with her truck. So you're welcome. Let's see. Let's see. That's funny about when the house is dragon rustled. Yeah. That's fun. I think one of my top Pixar ones are Monsters Inc., Toy Story 2. I think Up's pretty high. Or WALL-E. WALL-E's really good. I don't really like dogs too much. And I think just having the villains be dogs wasn't really my cup of tea. So it was hard for me to like feel good. Because there's like, you know, dogs at both ends. With the good and bad dogs. What am I saying? I'm just saying sounds at this point. Let's see. Game driver's license sounds like an episode follow for something like Derpy. Yeah. Or like that person who made the what wasn't that? Well, that was when they got the driver's license pictures at the DUI where you register for your driver's license picture. Sorry, I don't remember who made that. Was that was like in 2012 or something? So, that's pretty vintage at this point. So that's overlay. I'll have to use DP, or I would like to have something different. Yeah, let's just have another one. Why not? We'll have storyboard. Overlay 2. I don't know. They don't have to have real names. As long as I can't understand what I mean. That's important. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think when I admittedly took very long time to get my driver's license. I was like the senior. I was like the oldest kid in the room, and it's like that's okay. At least I'll be able to understand taxes better than those kids. So anyway, let's see how long it takes. It takes about 10 seconds, 10 frames. So 16 plus 26. Okay. And then I will have on here. And then I'll have the explosion. Start to explode. Did I draw it on the wrong layer? You bet I did. Okay. I'll just have to erase it. I'll draw better. Let's see. Gotta get the sound effects. What was I saying? Yeah, for my driver's license test, I don't think I was required because I was practically a senior there. To have to do the writing portion, like at the final thing at the final write-up. But I guess no one really told me, or my mom was like, just go ahead and do it. So I don't think I was required to do that, but I think it was worth it that make sure that I actually knew what I was learning. So it all worked out. I did get it, so I'm somehow legally able to drive. So yeah, I don't feel like I should. So, oh well. What I could do on here is then switch. What do I got here? I got the TV. I will add a new picture, and I will have the spiderweb picture that's there. So I have to draw whatever that is. So this is the pew 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 pew. Uh-oh, pew 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 pew. Of that exploding pew. And then let's add a new picture here. So now it's all just smoking out. Pew 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 pew. Let's add another drawing here. How are we doing? Uh-huh. Yeah, my written thing was more of a philosophical or like some kind of like explain yourself sort of a thing of like, well, you have this option of like, well, dude, I don't even remember what it was. I'm probably gonna sound stupid of whatever idea I have of like, oh, you gotta do a thing. Do you do a left or right turn or something more complicated than that? But it's like, yeah, explain yourself of like why this is a safe or good idea to do that. So I think that was requiring like 3 or so pages of writing. So by that point, I've already done so many expository essays in high school. At that point, I was just like, sure, okay. So that wasn't like a big thing to me too much. So anyway, that all worked out. Let's see. My written tab is just a bunch of touchscreens. Oh, interesting. I had a notebook and just kind of wrote it on paper. So that's interesting. We had like a couple computers in the classroom that I was at. So, but I only had to use that once because I missed 1 day's worth, and it's like, yeah, we're not gonna teach you it verbally or anything, so we're just gonna have a computer teach you it of the safety stuff or whatever you taught. So there's like a DVD or something of like a video version of it. So, which also kind of questions of like why there's a teacher in the first place, but whatever. Pew. Okie dokie. I'll go for that for a storyboard. That's fine. Obviously nothing happens there. So maybe. Oh, and then the fire inside happens. That's what we need. Oh boy. So now we'll just go in here and then around, probably here. Let's add a little. I'll just draw a couple here. It's hard to tell, so oh well. And then draw this. And I'll just go back and forth between a couple of these. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. And then just call that good. Okay, whatever. Gotta use economic use of your drawings. So there you go. Okay, good. Hi guys. Hi Sam. Let's see. Yeah. Oh boy, a lot of stuff. Oh jeez, how did we get on this? Okay. Security base to get to driving real. Oh, we do it. Yeah, we did a bunch of real driving. We had real driving. I took Swerve, which is a really good like service. I'd recommend them. I don't know. Really actually good there, but they treated me pretty good, so I'm happy with them. Like if they're like teaching me all the right real things, I can't really say for that, but at least they taught me enough that when I did they taught me through all the basic maneuvers that would be on the actual test, the practical outside test. They taught me how to park on a curb, how to do a backwards around a curve, how to parallel park, how to do a regular street drive, stop at a stoplight. So they taught me all that kind of stuff and maneuvers, and then the final exam was basically just doing all of those. So I was like, okay, I already spent so long and done a bunch of practice to for a month or more to do just all those and just do those practices, those maneuvers, and then when I did finals, like, okay, I mean that's what I've been practicing, so that's I just did it. Yeah, let's see. And the rest of the time was just being in class and just learning street smart stuff, literally street smart stuff. So yeah, it felt like just going to like a secondary like school. That's what it felt like. Especially all the kids were like younger than me, so it's like, oh, I'm kind of feel like I'm like I know what this is. Yeah, you know. Like I was a big man. I kind of did that. I wasn't like super big, but it's like my stature is pretty small. But it's like, yeah, I can have a little head and shoulders between all of them. Sometimes, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Have I seen Disney's A Christmas Carol? Is that the Mickey Mouse one, or is that the what was the mocap one? There's so many Christmas carols. That's probably one of the most adapted movies. So I don't know. You have to be more specific. Because even like Disney did it like so many times, you know. And I was like, I don't know. Let's see, did I get it? Yep. 2009. 2009 sounds like the mocap one, I think. With my weird able to know years. 3D animated one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one, but I can guess what the story is. So, yeah. I'm definitely not in a hurry to rewatch it or watch it. So, yeah. I liked Polar Express. That was fun. It's Jim Carrey? Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Polar Express was really fun. Is there another one? Mars Needs Moms. That's always the other one that comes up. In the same kind of vein, same kind of style. I watched that one. I think the only one I didn't watch was the one you were asking. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we got Bep. Let's see. For the 7 days. Ooh, okay. Wow. That's interesting. I'm gonna have it for bounce up. Blep. Blep. Like, oh no, it exploded. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah. Rising Mobs. I don't know. It was fantasy and it's just like pretty fun. I don't know if I really liked it, but it was just like it was decent. I don't know. Maybe it was just the nostalgia of like not remembering it clearly. It's like I guess I liked it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, then she gets mad. I keep going back and forth because I keep forgetting what I made 5 years ago. Let's add a new drawing. So I'm going to remove these. And I'll get her into a new, still selecting it, new pose. Exactly. Oops, I fell off the screen. I'm trying to look at your comment there. There was plain versus that's why I exploded. I never understood that kind of reference or that kind of trope. Okay. Good render hard enough. Okay. That makes more technical sense. It's like I never know why. Like I never get the people who like, oh, I hate or like this video is so, you know, quote cursed or whatever, that's like I have to destroy what it was on or whatever. And it's like just, you know, watch something else or turn it off. Like I never get the trope of like, oh, this video or whatever is so bad I have to destroy the hardware that was on. It's like it's not the hardware's fault. Come on, guys. Like I feel bad, like, you know, like Brave Little Toaster is like, no, it's doing its job. Come on, guys. Oh, I'm nostalgic for toasters. Okay. Boop 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 boop. Maybe it should be some sort of. Or maybe make this more. Clear this, or I can, whoops, wrong button. Oh, right, I set it to be a different button, there you go. In Flash, I have the clear keyframe as 0 on my keyboard, but apparently in Toon Boom it just collapses all the timeline, so that's different. Okay. We're about halfway there. We have about 1,400 frames, and we're about 700 frames in. We're about 10 minutes from time, so here we go. The rest of the stuff is going to be pretty complex, so oh well. Let's try to show you this process of animation takes whoops, it takes time. Yeah, so here we go. So I just want to show like its animation is always more than a lot of some of its parts kind of stuff of like, yeah, just keep going. There's a whole process to it, you know, than just, oh, I'm just gonna start animating today, it's gonna be great, you know. It's like, no, there's a lot of like in-betweeny stuff of I have to plan this out, I have to layout, composition, and so many other like decision makings of like what I want to do, and especially drawing all these pictures. takes a little while. So okie dokie. I'm gonna change this, even though I'm not sure. This is like in a corner. I'm not sure like where really in space this goes, but like we're in a house, this corner is, so I'll just have to make it up. Probably make it more cornery. This feels kind of cornery. It definitely has a corner, but it feels very, I mean, if you look at it, it's like weirdly flat, so I'll probably change that to be more of a 45 or whatever angle. So new drawing. Please and thank you. Get it pretty up there. But yeah, you saw like even when I made the time it took to make the, so I have this go down more and then go up. Time it took to make the TV shot, the background, and animate that compared to like the second time I had that TV shot. That's what I mean. It's like, it's just like that amount of time. That just a bunch of like time sinks into this sort of stuff. And then it's just like, okay, you made that. So you did all the thinking to make this background that now the new shot can now be done quicker. So that's what I always think about. Is like, yeah, just got to get through the grind of like getting this whole background or whatever, get the whole asset and ready stuff. Because once you get this done, then you can reuse this over and over. Like it goes into a library, which there are no libraries and drawing libraries and stuff, and especially puppets. That just takes like, you know, it can take like a week or more to like make a puppet. But if it means that you don't have to redraw the same mouth every time that they open their mouth in a certain way, That's the benefit of puppets, is like you can draw a mouth or, you know, make a whole character and say like you need to have them talk for 20 minutes or have them be talking for, you know, several years. And it's like, oh, you just need to spend the time to actually make. Might take a while to draw like one mouth or something, but then once you made it, then you can reuse it as many times as you want, to infinity if you want. So that's what I mean. It's like it's that time sink of like having to make it the first time is like, ugh. But after that, everything's happy. Let's see here. So let's add. See if we can put you in here, and then new drawing, because now you're gonna be the fire extinguisher. Let's see. You never seen Brave Little Toaster? Oh, in many 2 years. Okay, cool. I was like, dude, it's classic. John Lasseter, I think, directed it. Or at least was very part of the story making process of that. So that's interesting. Let's see if I can remember what this looks like. I'll have to go back to that over and over to see exactly what I want. All these technical things or whatever, technical drawings. There's a whole like graphic design thing of making technical drawings that I learned in college. Learned about them. I was like, oh yeah, there's a whole job opportunity for making these sorts of product photography or product design, or just showing like, can you make a product look good? Same with typography. I didn't really consider that typography could be so in depth. So yeah. Okay. So I'm just kind of sketching it. I know that I'll eventually will change this or update it, so I'm not going to worry about making this perfect again. So sorry if you're like seeing something off on this one. So sorry. But just like, just gotta grab and go, draw and go. Okay. Iron Giant. Yeah, this is really good. Brad Bird. They're all Pixar guys. Let's see. Because I know foreside that Derpy's arm is going to be coming in, so I probably want to change this angle to be a little bit more like this. Just a little bit more. Yeah. I feel like more of a corner. That's just what I want. Okay. And then Derpy arm. Let's add her in. Add her in like that. Boop. Wrong one. There you go. Okay. And let's see where the that is there. So I'll just keep it like that. And then new drawing. Okay. And then roughly 20 frames in. So 7 okay. I got a calculator. 775 plus 21. 9796. Right around here. So let's add a keyframe. Remove this into here. Keyframe here. And then we'll add it in. Okay. What do we got? Topology. I'm thinking of 3D topology. Of when you get a mesh. Let's see. Ooh, I think I've seen this. Yeah, exactly. I think I actually got this recommended on a YouTube. But I wasn't really... I have like a Roku, where it's like we got the YouTube app. I think this video was like recommended to me even though I didn't really, I wasn't signed in. I never signed into the YouTube on Roku, so it doesn't get too confused or like overlap in what I watch. So, yeah. So I got that as a recommendation. So that was weird. That stars aligned to get that all going. It's a pretty neat video. Yeah, I recommend it. It's probably gets recommended a lot. So there you go. Got a fuller video. Oh boy. So let's add the arm. So it's going to. I hate that the anchor point is over there. Boop boop. Boop. Probably want to make it a little faster. Do do do. And then we'll have. Does it lift up? Whoop. Okay. So it's a take. Okay. Got it. do do do. And then we're gonna take both of these, and hopefully I can move both, but also maybe. As in control. Is it shift? Is it alt? Okay, I'll just have to. So it's this one and this one. So I can do both of these. And on this frame, I'm going to. Actually, I'm gonna have a down, and then make it up. So we're always gonna rotate it. Whenever we move, we also want to rotate, so it creates that arc of it being moved. Boop. So yeah, it's a little bit slow, but I think that carries the right arcs and everything. It's probably like take some of these out. Even some of these can be shortened just a bit. There you go. And then we'll add some time here. There you go. Okay. Perfect. I'll go for that. Good. Let's see if anything over here is busted. Perfect. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's see. It's been so long. Again, like all these movies, it's been. I mean, Up came out like more than 10 years ago. I watched it in theaters in 3D, so I think that's why I got a little bit scarred. It's like I don't want to watch this because it had the Dobermans attacking. And just watching that in 3D was like, that's a little scarring to me. Like I don't like this. So I think some of those plot points is like I don't remember much about it. Next up is we're just kind of deciding what to do with it. Cool. Okay. Let's get that then. So let's see. See if I can get it to be the same. Even it out. Does it not like 0? Oh, you can like 0. Does it like 0? You like 0? What is this? I don't know. But now it's 1. Set this to 1. Set this to maybe 0. Maybe set this to 0. Okay. And then we'll just have her here. So probably have her maybe on this side. That can work. So new drawing. Make sure I can see that one. Boop. Okay. And then we just need to take this and kind of take this and redraw that body. Nope. That's the fill button. Okay. Ah, jeez, we gotta end it, guys. Oh well. Let me just get this one joined in. I feel like our body's too long. I'll get like the pose maybe. Try not to animate it, but just like say like this is what I'm looking for. Where now she's gonna hold the thing. Each time you draw something, or especially if it's small, just trying to draw with less detail each time. That always seems to happen. Warp, warp, warp. Okay. And then we'll just kind of make her, yeah, a little bit larger there. Because I think I have her pretty big on the step there. So, okay. And this will be what the next, this is what this scene will look like. And then we'll have to animate her. And then there's not too much more. There's all of this. So, I don't think you're really going to miss too much if I skip it. I think it's basically going to be the same. There's nothing like fancy or anything new that I'm going to do. This might be interesting, but I think for just for our time and to not not have an extended amount of streams or so many streams to just do these storyboards. So I think I'll call it here, and then for Thursday I'll finish up those shots that I just showed you with the color flash version. I'll draw all those up and then have the storyboard ready. I'll try and get the storyboard ready for Thursday, so then we can start doing with the other parts, like get the Derpy puppet, and then start making maybe backgrounds or something. Or I don't know how much I'll put on stream, but probably get some maybe real animation on Thursday. So hopefully hopefully this is fun. Storyboard's fun. Storyboard's fun because it's like, yeah, you don't really have to commit to anything. It's just a bunch of like fun, very sketchy ideas. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw this out here and just pretend like a newspaper comic kind of a thing of this kind of style. Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty or super elaborate as a modern day cartoon. It's like, yeah, it just needs to be good enough to see what you're doing here. So let me go back here and set the stop, set the thing. Okay, I think we're good. I'll go to toast time and then explain some more stuff. So, okay. Thank you guys. Alrighty. Boop. And go. There we go. Okay, yeah, so even like some of these shots I'll probably have to retime a little bit. Because I am working to make sure that the timing is relative or close to the exact timing as the original Flash version is. So that's kind of like my weird constraint, is like I would like to have it be the exact same timing. So all the frame, well, at least all the shots per shot, you know, it's like if the Flash version was 50 frames, then this Toon will be 50 frames per shot. So that's what I mean. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Cookie. Thank you. Thank you for joining and helping. Thank you. So I kind of blend the rules with this that shot where that just happened, where she's flying through. That's the only one that I kind of broke, is at the I said it at the top that that was 3 shots in the Flash version, which I just made it to be one weird continuous one shot. So this is looking pretty good. So yeah, there's only like 10 more seconds after what we did here. So there we go. Let me get some water and I'll continue. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'll continue the conversation for a little bit more time. That's good. I have these little flavored water squirts. I don't know what they're called. Probably squirts. So my favorite flavor is like watermelon strawberry or something. So I always have that on me. Especially when doing these streams, they're really helpful. Mm. Really builds my skull there. All right. How we doing? Thank care. Thank you. What was this video? Oh, the topology one. Yeah, that's some like 5D geometry going on there. Let's see. Oh, geez. Yeah, the first one was like 6 minutes. Now this one's 20 minutes. Wow. Does it really take 20 minutes to explain why you can do crazy stuff? Wow, that's crazy. Especially with my limited knowledge of like even trying to apply 3D modeling, even just to make like certain simple stuff in 3D with my Blender skills is like just looking at this. I'm looking at it now. It's like that's incredible. I can't even. What kind of modifiers you have to do to get that going? Wow, it's so 80s or 90s looking too. I love it. Okay. I closed it. It's really good. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of which, the movie again is out. At least part 4, up to part 4. So that's roughly, if you watch the whole thing, it's roughly 5 minutes worth. So obviously, it won't take you too long to catch up on the whole series, saga so far. So shouldn't take you too long. I mean, if you watch this hour-and-a-half thing, then hopefully you got 5 more minutes to to watch and catch up on all the videos, all the parts to the movie. I would say I'm roughly. Well, I'm gonna do some script rewriting, and some of the storyboards are not gonna be relevant. So I might add some more shots, and especially the idea that I have of like is gonna change a pretty big chunk, or it's gonna have a pretty big expanded excuse me, a little bit more of an expanded storyline to it. Excuse me. So, because I realize now with the story that I have, at least for the ending, it just kind of it drops the ball a little bit in terms of the writing. I feel like some of the character arcs don't really get resolved. I think that's the biggest thing, is that the characters don't really seem like they really grow or like have like any redemption or any kind of like good like, oh look, they start from here and then they end here. It's kind of like, well, okay, because I think the one that I have right now in terms of my storyboard is just that they kind of stop existing after a while, and they don't really have anything, because they're just gone, so they don't really have any value or anything to input at the end. So I'm gonna rewrite it to actually maybe have them have a little bit more of a story to them, or at least to a finish their arc or whatever. So, but that's actually from you guys, from all your comments, and or you guys good support in making me realize that yeah, looking at the end of the storyboards is like, yeah, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I would say like, yeah, go guys, watch the part 4 that's now out. Hi Sasha, welcome. And bye. Alrighty, bye Sasha. I recommend you guys to watch part 4. I worked like 5 months on it, I think. But I think most of the time was just making the city. Was just modeling it, 3D modeling it, because I had to make like, I made like so many different assets and buildings. Because each unique building needed its own 3D model, which was usually made like after I made the texture, which the texture was pretty complex. Because I tried to make it like one sheet. So imagine like a full HD picture that can account for 6 or really or 5 sides, with all the details on every side, plus every floor was the way that I made it. So I needed one little texture to say like, okay, here's the front door at the bottom and a window, and then another section that has all the windows on the first floor. Then maybe the second or third might have different styles of windows, and then maybe it has a different color, and then there's just it got really complex. By Seth thank you. So it got really complicated, but I eventually made like some kind of a made a pretty good template for my 3D textures in 2D. I drew them all in 2D. There's all the textures and all the artwork are obviously made in 2D. So a lot of the objects are made in 2D, or at least here's just flat planes like the characters are. So that all kind of like all happenstancely like really works out, is that all the characters are 2D. They're literally made out of paper, so I made a bunch of different jokes about that, so you saw that. I did thank you. I did a Texas switch. I think that's what Minty called it in a recent tweet. I did a Texas switch where basically you have like a stunt double and the main actor in an action scene. You might have the stunt double do a dangerous thing, and then they go behind that object, and then during that long shot they'd switch between like a pillar or object or something. So you switch from the stunt double to your main actor. So I actually did that without even realizing what it was called. So that was at the very beginning when Derpy is rolled up, like she's rolled up like a piece of paper rolled up on the trash can. I wonder if I can find it on YouTube and just like show the picture of it, because that might be visual aid for you. But yeah, I've recommended all you guys to watch it in full. So don't take this as a substitute, please. Here we go, I'm pulling it up. And that's a new tab. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So when it's actually before that, or is it after? It's after. So it's in this shot. So I have, let's see if I can get it, 2K, as you know. Let's see. And that's pretty good actually. Good stuff. Sorry, trying to get it a little bigger. There you go. So I did a Texas switch, which means that so this is the flat one. So I had one as a texture where she's like facing away, like she's facing into the can, and this is just like one picture that I mapped it out to be the same dimensions and wrap it around in the right amount of polygons as the trash can, so it's like perfectly aligned around to it, and then she wraps around it. This is really fun. I want to do more stuff like this. There's not too many more opportunities left. It's already happened to do sort of stuff like this, but this is really fun. There's a Texas switch. Is that so here's the stunt double, and then she like disappears underneath the trash can, but then I have a separate asset that's completely different piece that's now going to be showing up here, and so this is a different asset that you're supposed to believe is the same person and character and everything, but it's just being hidden underneath there, and then it switches into this other picture, which is a different plane that has different animation onto it. So I just want to explain that was really fun to make. This had to be like underneath this this one, the main character had it to be like underneath the ground, and then it kind of just pops up, or very specific frames having to be at the right angle and figured out. So stuff like that was really fun. The whole thing was fun, but that was one of my favorite parts, to be able to do like technically and try to figure it out, because this is actually this whole idea of like trying to get her to be on rolling around on the trash can. This was like my image, or like what I wanted basically from the start. I don't remember if I knew that I was going to do 3D specifically for this point, when I scripted it or even storyboarded it, I didn't know I would be doing 3D. So it all kind of worked out that it's like, yeah, this is actually easier to do in 3D. So it's like, yeah. In the sense that I don't have to like figure out the exact angle, every frame or perspective of this trash can and everything. So I know you can't see the polygons, but when it's in motion and everything's kind of flying around, it's like you're not gonna like hopefully care that you can see all the polygons, because it's like it's actually easier because the way that I set up the I set up the 3D textures means that every single polygon I needed to apply a specific like arrangement of texture, which means like, oh, for this, like from here whoop to here, I needed a texture apply the geometry shape of the 2D picture to then match to the 3D polygon. And so I had to do that for literally every single polygon on here, no matter what size or whatever. So there was some looping stuff, like I could take like from this arrow to maybe not even this arrow and just kind of say loop over and over. It was only one polygon across, so stuff like that. But yeah, this was really fun. Some stuff near the end, especially I did like literally only a couple like a day or before, like all this stuff, like all these little secrets back here. Let's go check it out to see what's happens here. Yeah, this was only animated like a couple days before I uploaded it. Same with a lot of this stuff at the end. The beach stuff I did only like a couple days ago before I uploaded it. So be sure to check it out and watch. Pause it a bunch of times every shot, see if you can find more secrets. Because now, like, I think Cookie found a couple, and especially Star found your pretty prominent your shot here. So yeah, not too many comments of like Luna. I thought this would be more people would comment in like, oh, Luna. So I was a little bit more hesitant to like, should I have her here? Because usually I don't have too many like canon or main. I try to stay away from canon horses. So oh well. You know. And so here's a little star. There you go. That'll be it for that then. Alrighty. Oof, let me get some more water. Oh, that was fun. And I posted on Twitter and to say that on Patreon, really cyclical thing. Excuse me. On Patreon, I posted a lot of like behind the scenes of concept arts and some deleted scenes I put there too, and an original draft of the storyboards before I tweaked it a bunch. So hope you guys watch that by becoming a Patreon. For as low as $1 a month, you get charged at the beginning of the month. You get to so the next payday will be at the May 1st. So heads up on that. So let's see. So yeah, if you'd like to see some development stuff and see some more behind the scenes stuff and interesting stuff, like the storyboards and progresses, development stuff on the on part 5, I guess now. I'll be posting those on Patreon periodically. So become a Patreon to see all that kind of stuff. So there you go. Okay. I feel like it worked last time, so I feel like I gotta keep advertising it. Let's see stuff. City felt alive. A lot of things were happening, even if it was only full and stuff. Yes, I do like doing stuff like that, where having these little mini background objects and characters interacting or different stuff happening, even if they're not being the focus. I do like doing stuff like that. It is probably taking focus or certain time and energy from making the main actions or the things in focus that you should be paying attention to a little bit less percentage wise, but I think it has more rewatch value than if you have those little tiny things that I was trying to show. That there's just these little things that's like, yeah, each character has their own little tiny story, like with Jorah's Mask, in style, where it's like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of people, but if you follow one around, then they'll have a story to tell, kind of stuff, you know. I think that's really fun. So I think, let's see, for part 5, there's not as large of a space as it'll be on the. I guess I showed it anyway. So it'll be on the boat. Okay. So the steamboat. That'll be the next part. So that's gonna kind of shrink down the number of people. Compared to like the 50 or so characters in the city that I have. It's probably gonna be like maybe 10 or 15 or something. So maybe there'd be more potential to have more dedicated like actual storylines for them for each character, but probably less in volume of not having as many characters to worry about. So that might help me too. Main thing I'm trying to figure out now is I just need to look through. I haven't looked through the storyboards yet. I'm just taking a mental break from the movie for a couple days, maybe this week, to just refresh my batteries and just don't immediately jump into the next part. I just need to I need to just take a break from it. So I'm going to just work on this, maybe work on Midnight Mirrors, which reminds me I need to do a couple things for that. So I'll work on that, and then probably next week I'll start to like look at the storyboards. Oh boy, sorry. Yeah. See if we can get a fly swatter, try to bring it outside. I don't know what you do. Whatever you need to do for that. What was I saying? I'm going to look at storyboards and then redo maybe this. Might have to go back to the script phase and just kind of rewrite a bunch of stuff. Or, because I've already added like several more ideas that I want to do, for part 5. So Wonder on a Boat, I kind of made it very not too important. So I feel like because I've made the city so important that I feel like I have to make the boat at least a little bit more than what I have right now. Because basically they just kind of get on the boat and then next plot thing happens. Like the boat is just a transition to get to the next part. So I feel like I made the city so grand and scope and everything that I feel like just having a boat be the next thing, and it's like so little people then, and then it's like the way that it is now, it's like, yeah, they just kind of, I don't know, they just kind of sail and then you go to the next part. So I probably want to make that a little bit more in depth. Is the plan. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna take some time away from it, and then get back to it, and then start the whole process again, back from square one, which I don't know, was more or less motivating. So once I got like once I started like nailing down, it's like I'm focusing on actually animating the shots in part 4 in the city. I felt like, oh, I'm on a roll. It's like, yeah, I can. Some of these shots, like I've been thinking about for months of how am I gonna animate it, like the trash can, in that shot that I showed you. It's like, how am I gonna do that? I've thought of like that, I've thought of my vision for so long that's like when I got to it, I was like, oh, this is actually easier than I thought of, like, because I've already went through all the permutations of like how to execute it. That by the time that I got to it, it's like, okay, I think that if I do the Texas switch and if I have, we're kind of like rolling around on the thing in 3D, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's like, okay. Hello, Sergio or something. Sorry. Sir, Troncoso. Cool name, though. Sorry. Totally butchered that. Let's see. But yeah, once I knocked out like a couple of shots, it's like, man, I'm on a roll, and it's like, well, let's just animate a couple more, and it's like, okay. Well, it's like it all kind of like sprung off once I realized that I think the city's pretty much done. It just took like 3 months for me to realize that. um, that eventually, at some days, was like I'm gonna spend like 2 days planting trees in literally every single block, even if you may not be able to see it from the vantage point that I'm gonna have the cameras at. So, oh well. But at least I know that there's trees everywhere. um, I think that kind of works in some favors. That then, if I can complete this city in so much, then I'll be able to not have to worry about it. That's my whole mantra of like, if I can make it so I don't have to think about it, or like, if I make it so that I can just use all these assets that I have, and then once I kind of like put the camera down and then say roll, then I don't have to think about, oh, did I put a tree here? Is this tree consistent? So sort of stuff like that. I was able to just go ahead and just spend the time to plant all the trees literally everywhere I can, and then I'll be able to just say roll, and then I don't have to worry about, did I put three trees here, or did I put 2 trees? You know, that did happen a couple times, especially near the end, like a shot that connects the city to the beach, where she's rolling down. I didn't realize the scale of some of the bushes and the flowers, so when I put the characters in, the flowers are like half the size of the characters, and it's like, that's not the right scale. So I did have to like, I already laid out, I already animated Derpy, and I already figured everything out. I knew the animation, I knew the scene, but I added the characters to the park as like the literally last minute thing, and putting them in. And then I realized that looking at through the camera, it's like, oh, these plants are huge. So I had to scale them all down to be the right size, and be knee high instead of neck high. So, but then I realized that, oh yeah, they're seen in 2 shots, so I had to plant them in there, and had to redo the same kind of scaling thing for the plants at the other shot too. So with all my forward thinking and putting those trees down, I didn't realize that these flowers and bushes were huge. So, oh well. Let's see. Yeah, I said that I completely butchered the name. Sergio. So I don't know how to pronounce it. That's my problem with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, fry. I think I'm leaning over too much. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I just wanted to finish my story because I was invested in my own story. So sorry about that. To do that. There you go. Let's see. Well, I hope you guys are my fans. I don't know why you guys would be on here then. Let's see here. I think we're about ready to wrap up. I think dinner is home. What am I saying? We got pizza, so my dad just came home. So I'm gonna go have that and try to get more brain juice so I can think about stuff a little bit better than what I am now. So I'm rolling in not good structured thoughts. That is a spot. Alrighty, I'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this was fun. So yes, by next Thursday, or this Thursday, 2 days, 46.5 hours, whatever. I will try and get the storyboard done for the rest of the 10 seconds or so. After this, a couple shots in a bit. Finish up storyboards for these, and then we'll get going on trying to get the puppet ready. So I think by the time that I get the storyboards done, I might not have time to finish the puppet. So next stream might be making the puppet, or at least making cleanup and all that, and then go from there. So I think that's what we'll probably have to expect, is probably do a puppet stream to get the Derpy puppet. Because I realized I only really made like the bare essentials. Excuse me. Only made the bare essentials for the puppet, where I just kind of made literally every asset, where I didn't really make it a full animatable puppet that has like all the drawing substitutions or draggables and Toon Boom stuff. So why would I work on that? Or I might have time to clean it up. I don't know. But anyway, we'll have more stuff done by Thursday that we can just jumpstart and work on the animation. So tune in for then. Alrighty. Thanks for apologizing. Thank you. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I just can't get your name right. Same with wasn't Sean. Steph. I need like a pronunciation. You know, I like there's the text to speech computer stuff where it like reads out like home purge or back button, you know, kind of stuff like that. I need something like that for like pronunciations, you know, like how dictionaries have like the phonetic ways to pronounce things. I feel like I need that for some of you guys' names. And I guess just in my regular life too. That'd be nice. But anyway, so I just want to, you know, apologize on that. And I'm not able to get your names right completely right. Especially if you guys are actually using made up names in a sense that's like I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I just want like a built-in like thing that I can just click on your name and then I can hear it essentially like what you're saying, instead I can do like the Google Translate thing and put it in English, and then of course if it thinks like it's Italian or something and then it's gonna give me a different English version of how pronouncing it. So there's that too. It's gonna be hard to figure it out. Let's see if I can do it real quick for Sergio. Why is this so tricky? Okay. Let's go. I have to turn on my computer sound. I hear myself. That's not what I want to hear. You know, let me turn my decibel on. Well, it might be loud, so let me turn this down.
Sergio Troncoso.
Sorry if that was loud. I did turn it down. So, thank you. There you go. You got a translator to say it for me. Okie dokie. That's what I mean. It's like, I don't know how to say that. Okie dokie. Well, in any case, thank you. And thank you for being my fan. I guess that was just either a way to get me to say your name or anything. But there you go. There you go. I think I did it for... Oh, it said Spanish. That's right. Let me see if I get the English version then.
Sergio Troncoso.
See, it's like, that's too robotic. That's like, I can't really understand what's actually being parsed.
Sergio Troncoso.
Sergio. Okay, there you go. I'll
Sergio Troncoso.
wanted to stop it. There you go. Okay. Whatever it means. Probably doesn't mean anything because it doesn't have a translation of it, you know. Like if I did... Yeah, okay. So I typed in peril, and then it got me dog. So yeah, it didn't change the word, so I don't think it means anything. Hopefully. Nope, that's Google Image Dog. Stop. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to wrap up. Wow, that was fun. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I guess I learned a lot. Hope you guys learned something too. Hope you had fun. I had fun. Hope everything's mutual with all that. Alrighty. So, See you in a couple days already on Thursday. So thank you guys. Bye guys. I'm wrapping up. Thank you guys. Alrighty. Bye. Alrighty. Ba, ba, ba.